Hello, this is Brianna here at Books&Briars. As you can see, I am in a completely new environment. I am actually back home in America. I've spent the last several weeks packing up, getting ready, and leaving Korea. I spent a week traveling in London. And now I'm back home, which means that I have to get settled back into a completely new routine. I started new classes for my master's program, and everything booktube related just sort of fell by the wayside. I don't have a lot of time. So I'm going to be trying to put up as many videos as I can, but we'll just sort of see what happens because now I'm, like I said, living at home again, and life is crazy. But the best part about being back home is, ta-da! I have my bookshelves again. And I actually have several boxes here also filled with books. So I have a lot of books, and a lot of these I actually haven't read yet. So I'm really excited to be back in my room, back with all my books. And for today's video, I'm just going to give you a brief what I'm reading now update because, I don't know, it's what I felt like doing. Before I get into what I'm reading now though, I want to talk about the one physical book that I finished in February. And no, actually I didn't even finish this in February, I finished this in March. I didn't do much reading recently because I've been packing and traveling and what have you, but on the plane home I did finish, finally, In the Miso Soup by Murakami. This book is very disturbing. Like, it's a murder mystery kind of deal, but oh god, the characters in here are really disturbing, and there's graphic detail of violence and murder and mayhem, and then the end of it is just not so satisfying for me personally. I wanted more from it, but I really did enjoy it. I wish I hadn't read this on the plane because it's really disturbing, but what can you do? So there's the one book that I have of, hey, I finished! I haven't been reading much lately, maybe a bit slumpy. But I have books beside me that I'm going to be reading for my classes, and that's basically where my reading's going to be focused for the foreseeable future. Because I'm taking 2 classes, and these are my final 2 classes before I move on to my thesis for my master's. So, so close. So close! So 2 of these books are for my American literature class, and the first one is one that I'm probably going to be writing my final paper on. This is Under the Feet of Jesus by Helena Viramontes. This is a book about Mexican migrant workers in California, which is something that I've actually read a lot about, and this book is dedicated to Cesar Chavez, so good book. I'm looking forward to reading this. I haven't actually read it, but I think I'm going to write a paper on it, so I need to read this one really soon. The second book that I'm going to be reading for my American literature class for the next few weeks is Meridian by Cormac McCarthy. I have absolutely no idea what this book is. I have no idea what it's about. I've heard about it all over the fucking place, and it's a bit of a monster, like, in terms of school reading. So I have 3 weeks to read this. I gotta get started on that one soon. And the book that I'm reading right now for my British literature class, which is modern British literature, is The Common Reader by Virginia Woolf. I'm reading excerpts of this book. For this class I'm reading a lot of short stories, so I'm not actually reading this whole thing, just 2 stories in it this week, and we'll see what I read of it later. I don't know. I haven't read much Virginia Woolf. I feel like I haven't read any of her work since high school, and then I only read it for class, so we'll see how this book goes. I don't know. The excerpts that I have to read aren't very long though. One is like a page and the other is a couple pages. So not so much reading here. I'm also going to continue reading ebooks and various things of that nature because they're fun and I have them. And maybe the next video I do will be a bookshelf redoing because my mother set up all these books and they're in no particular order aside from here where I've got Harry Potter and various series and things going on around here. So that's all I have for you for today. I hope that I can be able to get more videos up, and we'll see, because I just got home, I'm settling in, I'm doing lots of different things, and we'll see how it goes. Hopefully I will see you next week. Talk to you next time. On a side note, I colored my hair. It's bright orange now. I colored it and cut it, and it only cost me like $300. What do you think? I love it. It's already starting to fade, and I've only had it for like 2 weeks. But as it fades, it sort of becomes like fiery colored, and it looks like my hair is on fire, so totally digging it. Wish it was longer, but we'll figure that out later.